Case 1. Where did the first Catholic Mass take place in the Philippines? Actually, there are so many theories and conspiracies regarding where the first Mass was held. Toward the end of the 19th century and the start of the 20th century, more nuanced reading of the available evidence was made in more considerations in going against the more accepted interpretation of the first Mass in the Philippines, made by both Spanish and Filipino scholars. It must be noted that there are only two primary sources that historians refer to in identifying the site of the first Mass. One is the log kept by Francisco Albo, and the other one is the more complete was the account by Antonio Pigafetta. Francisco Albo was a boatswain and navigator of Ferdinand Magellan's ship Trinidad. He is one of the 18 survivors who returned with Sebastian Elcano after they circumnavigated the world. Antonio Pigafetta was a member of the Magellan expedition and an eyewitness of the events, particularly of the first Mass.
Albos Lag, as cited in Miguel A. Bernard, Butuan or Limasawa, the site of the first Mass in the Philippines, a re-examination of evidence. On the 16th of March 1521, as they sailed in a westerly course from Ladrones, they went instead that same day in a southwards to another small island named Suluan. Departing from those two islands, they sailed westward to an inhabited island, Gada, where they took in a supply of food and water. From that island, they sailed westwards towards a large island named Silani, or as Pigafetta calls it, Ceylon, was the island of Leyte. First Mass. It was noted that Albus' account, the location of Masaba, fits the location of the island of Limasawa at the southern tip of Leyte. Also, Albus does not mention the first Mass, but only the planting of the cross upon a mountain top, which could be seen three island, which also fits one southern end of Limasawa.
Primary sources Pigafetta's testimony on the route of Magellan's expedition. In the Saturday, 16th of March 1521, Magellan's expedition sighted a highland named Zamal. And Sunday, 17th of March, the following day, they landed on the uninhabited island. There they set up two tents for the sick members. The name of the island is Homono or Homonhon. The island was located at the north latitude. On the same day, Magellan named the entire archipelago the island of St. Lazarus. Monday, March 18, they saw a boat coming toward them with 9 men in it. Magellan asked for food supplies. There were 2 springs of water on that island of Homonhon. Friday, March 22, this time, there were 2 boats. Magellan's expedition stayed 8 days. Monday, March 25, the expedition weighed anchor and left the island of Homonhon, the route taken by expedition after leaving Homonhon. Thursday, March 28, in the morning of the Holy Thursday, the island has 25 leagues from the Aquada and is called Mazoa. They remained 7 days on Mazoa Island. Thursday, April 4, they left Mazoa bound to Cebu. At Gatighan, they sailed westward to the 3 islands of the Camotes group, namely Puro, Pasihan, and Ponson. From the Camote Island, they sailed towards Zubu. Sunday, April 7 at noon, they entered the Zubu, or known now as Cebu. It must be pointed out that Albo and Pigafetta's testimonies coincide and corroborate each other. Pigafetta gave more details on what they did during their week-long stay in Mazoa.
Primary source Pigafetta's and the 7 days in Mazoa. Thursday, March 28, Magellan threw some tickets as a presence of Magellan invitations. Some of the natives went off the Spanish ships and exchanges gifts was affected. This Thursday, March 28, was Thursday in Holy Week or Holy Thursday, and his companions returned ashore. On Saturday, March 30, Pigafittas and his companion had spent the previous evening feasting and drinking. Pigafittas and his companion took leave of the host, returned to the ships. Sunday, March 31, Magellan sent the priest ashore with men to the prepare of the Mass. Magellan and Spaniard returned to the ship. For the non-day meal and attendance at the Mass and the planting of the cross were the King of Mazua and the King of Bituan. Sunday at March 31, at the same afternoon, Magellan asked the two kings which ports he should go in order to obtain more abundant supplies of the foods. Magellan then said that he wished to go to Zobwa and the depart of the following morning. Also, the king of Mazua asked Magellan to send him to help with the harvest. Monday, April 1, Magellan sent men to ashore to help with the harvest. Tuesday, April 2, and the Wednesday, April 3, work on the harvest during the next 2 days. Thursday, April 4, they leave in Mazua to Cebu. Using the primary resources available, the site of the first Mass in the Philippines, a re-examination of evidence in the year 1981.